I have another lock from Georgia Gym. This is the Mul-T-Lock Classic Pro. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pin and pin, and it doesn't have a lock on the back, and it's cut, so the key doesn't, like, it can go further than you normally would be able to insert a key, which is often the case when you in lock sport and you are saving money by cutting a cylinder and giving the other half to somebody else. So this one has a 5 pin and pin, and it's relatively straightforward. I think it's on the same line as the Mul-T-Lock Junior, which I picked a very long time ago. And there's pin and pins, and I believe they're all just standards. I don't think there's any spools or anything in here, but we'll go ahead and we'll find out. All right, so the first one, a little bit of bind, a little tiny click there. Second one, and when I wiggle my pick like this, it's me trying to get underneath the next key pin. So see, I'm on pin 3, trying to get underneath it, and then I get under it, and I get a little plug rotation. Number 4, lifting. I think I got a little click there. And number 5, trying to get under it, got a little click there, but still feels like it's. I'll leave it alone for right now. Trying to pull out, I get stuck under something a little bit forward. I'm just wiggling to get my way out now. All right, so this is an honest Dongshi pick, and you can see it's thick at the end. This is what it originally looked like, and I thinned the front out with a Dremel. It's a really nice, strong pick, excellent handles, but you need to do some work because they're way too thick right out of the box. So back to picking. So 1 is jiggling. 2, and pin, I often pulse the tension, and that drops like over set inner pins and different things like that, because I'll worry about the inner pins once we drop into a deep false set. So pin 1, nothing there. Pin 2, feels like nothing there. 3, that sounds weird. 4 and 5. Almost like something's overset. I'm gonna let go a little bit and then try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's something downward direction on the 5. Oh, and we're in a false set. So I pushed downward on 5. So there's something underneath as well on 5. I guess like an interactive. Yeah, I should read up on a lock before I make a video on it. But we'll find out after when we gut, right? All right. So inners now. There, number 2, and we're open. So I didn't have to play too much with inners. I probably had them somehow set when I was picking the outers. That happens a lot with these ones. I had picked it once before I came down. I don't remember that bottom one in the back, but I do remember having to set a bunch of inners. In any case, that's the Mul-T-Lock Classic Pro that we're going to gut. Bring some gutting tools over here. Get some autofocus going. And gut wrench. All right, let's lock it up this way. There we go. And C-clip. There we go. So let me see. The key. Why did I push down? There's no interactive element on this. I definitely felt like I was pushing down at the back. So I don't know. We'll see. Put that in. Goes too far. I'll come back. There we go. And let's get a shim because I don't know what's in there. Pin and pin, it can be difficult to get the shim under them. So you just kind of keep going diagonal. Try not to get that to come out too far each time. Getting a little stuck. One more, I think. And there we go. Oops. All right, let's follow this guy out. All right, so he's got 4 key control holes in the side, but none of them are populated. And that's probably because this has no cuts on the side. If there's a cut, I would expect to see one key control thing there. On the bottom, there's nothing. So whatever when I was pushing down, it must have been the back of the flag lifting up. Very odd, very odd. So I guess that's why I never had to push down on the previous picks. So here we go. Let's go number 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A lot of them separated themselves. All right, so 5. Okay, 4. 4 is interesting. Okay, I didn't notice that when I was picking. So even though it's interesting, it didn't seem to have any effect. And it looks like we got some torpedo pins in 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. So that's if you overset, those can catch really hard. If you watched, I think, my last video, I did overset into one of these things, and you get a count. You get a false set, and you can't really get out of the false set. So that's what happens if you overset into one of those torpedoes. So let's look in here. Number 1 is a spool. Didn't notice it. 2 is a standard. They really just all felt like standards in here. So if there's anything special, 3 is a spool. Yeah, so all these special ones, I didn't feel them at all. Okay. 4 is a spool as well. I thought it looked skinnier, but maybe not. And 5 is a 5's a little bit like, okay, so I think I did feel something here where I pushed it up and I said, it feels like it's set. I think that got caught on that little serration there. Let's take a look at this really quick. Nothing special on any chambers of the plug. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. That's the Mul-T-Lock Classic Pro. Thanks Georgia Jim for lending this to us. I was starting to reassemble this, and I'm back momentarily because I noticed this I noticed as I was putting together that each of these chambers has like a keying thing here on the top left. You see each of these have like a little groove up there. Maybe not this one, not number 2, but the rest of them have this little groove up there. And I was like, well, none of these are keyed, but this special number 4 one is keyed to go in a specific direction. So on the edge of it has a little nub there, a little nub right there. And once you stick this thing in here, however it's supposed to go, I'm guessing like this, maybe this way around. No, I thought it fit in there better before. I'm going to zoom out a little so it doesn't keep going out of focus. So this, I think it went, there we go. It slots all the way up in there, and then you take that nub and you align it to that direction. There we go, and that goes in there like that. So one little extra feature. Thanks, bye.